today we're going to be talking about video landing page. Cathy's going to be sharing her screen and going through building the video landing page, but we just want to start off with the general concept of what is a video landing page? What are the benefits? How can I use it in my business? Most of us, if you've spent any time online, have probably come across a landing page that has video in it. And that's really what it is, right? It's sort of self-explanatory. It's a video on a landing page. But I really want to be clear. We've been on lots of landing pages as we've surfed around online, and some do have videos, but they have a lot of other information on them as well. Today, we're really going to be talking about video landing page in its simplest form and how powerful that can be. And actually, if you see behind me, I've actually got my video landing page here. I'm going to try and do this as I stare into the camera and point back here of what we're going to be talking about. The first thing I like to think about is if a picture is worth 1,000 words to my visitor, how much is a video going to be worth? And what are the ways that I can be using a video to describe what I do or my products or my services or my brand to the visitor who is now looking at that page or that card that has been shared with them? Whether you're posting that card out on social, whether you've emailed it to somebody, the benefit of a video landing page is the video can cut through all of the noise of text being all over the page, lots of images, and just boom, here is something that I want you to watch. Cut out all of that noise and watch it, and then make an informed decision. And typically on a video landing page, if you're doing it very, very simply, the viewer only has one of a few decisions. They're either going to click on a call to action button, and we'll talk about that in the layout here in a second, or they're going to bounce from your page. So that's one of the big benefits of video landing page. It's really easy for you to get it out there, see how much view or eyeballs you're getting to your page, and then sort of what those actions are. And they become really easy to update because there's not a ton of information on a video landing page. So in the example, and this is typically where I start out when I develop pages, I start out with a giant box, guys. This is my page. Website design and page design doesn't need to be more complex than drawing a series of boxes. But doing this footwork up front will help you flush out, one, what's going to be on your page, and two, what elements you have to have prepared in order to build out your page in a fast and efficient way. So you can see on here, I want to call out a few elements that I have on mine. Hopefully it's a little bit clear for you guys to see this. There's not really any text that you have to look at, but the keys here is on some video landing pages, we'll put title text right at the top. Again, these are added things. In its simplest form, you can have a video landing page with two elements, the video player and a button. Literally that simple, right? And I'm going to send traffic to this page, and they're going to see the video, and then the choice that they have is to click the button or to X out the page. So it becomes very easy. And again, what I'm linking to that button to go to can be anything I want it to be. It could be to a registration form. It could be to an order form to buy product. It could be to another landing page, and it could be a series of landing pages that they're going through. So these are what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about who my audience is, what eyeballs are going to be looking at this card, etc. So if I need more context, I'll probably put on some title information, like I want to say something to you that makes you want to click that video. You know what I mean? So again, these are all things that we can adjust that's going to work to help convert our traffic of getting to this page and taking the desired path we want them to take. The next element, that's the most important one, the video itself, right? And we're just going to use our shuffle video player for YouTube or Vimeo for those things. Underneath that, sometimes we'll have additional subtext, right? A little bit of additional blurb. And then finally, our call to action button or buttons. Outside of this right here, we're really talking about adding additional stuff. And sometimes adding additional stuff is just adding more noise and confusion to your audience. So always be aware of what you're putting on your page and how your audience is going to receive that information, what they're going to be doing, where they might get confused. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to optimize a flow for that audience to click through. So Cathy, let's go through a few examples here. I don't know if you have anything to add before you bring up your screen, but let's have some fun building some video landing pages.
Absolutely, let's do it. Oops.
Okay, guys, so you can see we're on the special live shuffle training for video landing pages here. Cathy is going to go into her shuffle account or a demo shuffle account. And again, we're going to show you just how easy it is to build a video landing page. In fact, if you have all of the elements prepared, and I'm already looking at Cathy's screen here, and I can see she's got multiple tabs opened up. She already knows what I'm talking about because she's already done the footwork to say, oh, these are videos I want to put on my page. Okay, now she's going to use the builder, and because video landing pages are fairly simple, we can pretty much use any of the standard templates on the advanced builder to build out our video landing page. The only downside to this is we're going to end up hiding a few elements on here because there's a lot of elements on these standard templates. And what we'll end up doing after you watch this video, we're going to have some video landing page templates in the marketplace already mocked up where you can just jump in and adjust, upload your video, upload your button link, adjust the background, etc. To get exactly what you're looking for. But what you see Cathy doing right now, she's literally just dragging elements on the template. You know, you don't have to have that coding experience. She's just clicking on the elements. When you mouse over them, you'll see a little arrow and you can drag and drop elements out on layouts on these standard card templates. So she's hiding things. You can see her clicking and hiding. She's hiding elements she's not going to use. Things like images and her contact information, things that might be maybe the template being used for a business card, and instead just saying, I just need these elements for the video landing page. She'll flush all of that out until all that remains on that card unhidden is the video player, the button, and maybe some text. So you can see Cathy's got her card up. She just put it in preview mode, and it's pretty much exactly what we were talking about. Video player, some text, a button, and maybe even 2 contact links for calling and doing something else. You can see she just removed there. So one of the benefits in Shuffle is as you're going through, she's just going back and forth between the edit mode and the preview mode to dial in her layout. And the benefit of this is if she needs to add more spacing between like the button and the player, she could click on the button and add additional margin or spacing within that edit mode. So she'll go back and forth between preview and edit to lay out her page. But as you can see in here, we've been talking for a minute and Cathy's already got her page laid out. Now that she has the layout there, right? That's like drawing those boxes that we had. She's just translated it from the boxes on my board to what we have in Shuffle right now. She can start modifying these elements, right? She could click on the video. She can see on the left-hand side where she can copy and paste in her video. So she's in her YouTube. She's clicked the share link and she's copying this little YouTube short code for sharing it. She'll jump back over into her Shuffle and she'll paste that video link right in there. And then voila, we see Cathy's video come in where we have the other video. Now she'll just go to her call to action button. She'll click on the call to action button and she'll put in the link where she wants it to go and any additional text that she wants it to read. So in this case, she's saying learn more, and then she's sending us to LFI.com. If she wants it to say something else, she just go up to where it says button text, and she could write in, hey, maybe I want you to watch this video, and if you like what you've seen, click on the button to call me. And now in the link, she's used the drop-down menu to select it's a phone, and she's putting in a phone number. So now the traffic's gonna come in, like maybe she texts this link out to people on social. They're on their social group, reading on their phone, where we spend most of our time, 3.5 hours a day with our eyes glued to these things. And voila, somebody sees that post that she made, she clicks on it, it comes up. They're going to watch that video of Cathy, and if they like what they've seen, they're going to click on the call me. If not, they're going to read this additional text and see everything. They'll either click the button to call or they're going to bounce from the page. Guys, this is a video landing page in a nutshell. If she doesn't want the text on there, she could erase it, or she could write on there. Maybe she says, look, you can either call me now, or she's giving them a second call to action. Maybe it's if you don't want to call me now, but you want to schedule an appointment, she'll add a second call to action. So she'll clone that button, she'll move it down, and underneath call me, it will be like schedule a call with me. And she'll link that to maybe her calendar link. So there's a lot of flexibility on how you lay this out, but the key characteristics here on a video landing page, you can see how devoid of additional information the page is, right? We're cutting straight to the heart of the matter. All of the meat and potatoes of what Cathy has to say isn't written down on that page. It's contained within the video, and the viewer's just going to watch the video and take the action. So this is video landing page. It's already mobile optimized, desktop optimized. And unless Cathy wanted to go in and adjust the background or add additional title text or any of those other things we were talking about, she's ready to start marketing this video landing page.
I love it. So cute.
Yeah, what a great
Nice
thing
job.
that takes maybe 3 minutes to put together if you have this stuff prepared. Again, guys, Cathy didn't need anything extra outside of her Shuffle account for this. She did set up her YouTube account, okay? So YouTube is a free service. Again, it's not gonna cost you anything. This will also work for Vimeo videos, but the key to all of this is a video and a call to action in its simplest form. And then Cathy can continue to optimize this as she goes out and uses this page. She could say, I just sent this out to 100 people. Maybe 80 of them opened it up, but only 40 of them clicked on anything or clicked to go through. Then she could come back in and maybe add some additional elements, move some things around, that type of stuff. Maybe it's putting title text at the top. Again, you can see all Cathy's doing is just copying an element and then replicating it and moving it up on the screen. So as she builds this card out, she can continue to add stuff, and you can see her adjusting text and all of those other things. Let's connect, so this is her, maybe she's sending this out after she meets somebody. And the video is, it was really great to meet you. I'm so excited that we got to talk with each other. I look forward to continuing our conversation, and let's connect. And then it's giving them some ways to connect. So think about that usage. Let's talk about, Cathy, if you're good with this card, another usage. Okay, maybe I'm an affiliate marketer and I've got products that I love to promote. Maybe it's not my own products, but I'm an affiliate for the company and I'm out promoting the product. I was actually telling Cathy about an interesting affiliate story that most people don't think about. But again, this is something I could be using my Shuffle for. I recently, well, not recently, I've had it for many years now, but bought a Blendtec blender, right? It's this Rolls Royce of blenders. It will grind up wood if you put it in there. It's got this massive engine. It is the creme de la creme when it comes to blenders. I might put together a video landing page of my testimonial on why I love this blender, and then put a link or a call to action that says, if you want to get this blender at the lowest price possible using my discount as an affiliate, click that call to action and then link it back to the shopping cart for, say, this Blendtec blender. Again, this could be any product that I want to be using. And again, I could build multiple of these pages. I can also think about how complex I want to have these pages, right? Maybe we're starting out with one video, but maybe it's a series of 1 or 2 videos. One is my testimonial, and the other is maybe the demo of the blender itself or the product itself. But you can see, again, this is a live page that Cathy literally built in about 10 to 30 seconds. I don't think we spent more than 30 seconds on this, Cathy. And all she had to have prepared was the video. The benefit of all of this is content is king. We're just creating little content snippets to push out there in the ethers of wherever we're posting our cards at, whether that be offline or online, and seeing what the traffic does as it interacts with this card, and then coming back to optimize it or make changes. Cathy can always come back and swap out that for a different blender video, or swap out the text for something that says, I love my blender and I know you will love yours too. Get your blender today. Again, little modifications and tweaks on your pages, that's all part of the split testing of trial and error of what you're promoting out there to get the conversion to be the best possible. I definitely want to recommend to everybody that you monitor the analytics and stats on your Shuffle cards so that you can make them perform at their best. That's what it's all about, right? We want to build these pages. We want to get them out there. We want to see what the traffic does on it, and we want to continue to optimize and improve them. So again, you can see Cathy's adding margin. Maybe she wants even more space between the button and the video, and that's not enough. Cathy, if you'll edit it again and maybe put in 25, you can really see how that will drop down on the margin side. Or 40, again, all of that is just about coming in and playing around with your card. Again, she's adjusting the color. Maybe she wants to adjust the background on the whole page itself. She just scrolls up to the top and clicks on the little icon and then selects the background color and changes it to something else. And we've got this video landing page. Hey, Cathy, since this is a blender one, why don't you go back in on the edit side. And for the background, select the video. The default one is this water thing. I think it'd work perfect with this blender.
That's hysterical.
Yep, one more over.
Yep, there it goes.
There we go. Yep. So again, depending on what you're wanting to do, you can build out your page and optimize it for the layout that you'd like to see. So that's the whole goal of these video landing pages. Cathy, I think we've got one more to show on, and then we can open this up for some Q&A. Obviously, this usage, and you can see the water just down below the button, so it's not for the full background, but it's going down on the background of the card. So Cathy, what was that last example I know you and I had talked about today?
We were going to talk about how
maybe we're talking about Shuffle, and we want to share the power of Shuffle with the people that we know and that we want to help. I honestly think that 25% of companies, I think it's even 1/3 of companies, don't have an online presence. So if I'm maybe it's, we had painters out today, and they're going to talk about their whole method of painting, right? We're going to come in and we're going to wash your house. We're going to prep your house. We're going to paint your house. And this is the painters talking about that whole process and why it differentiates them from the competition out there and why they want you to schedule a quote. That could be a video landing page. Or maybe we're talking about this amazing tool, Shuffle, that we can use to highlight our brand and promote different products and services, etc. We've got an Elevate Our Business, Simplify Our Life overview, and we want to share that with somebody else. This is our Saturday discovery call. Maybe a guest can't make it to that Saturday call, and instead I just want to put a replay together, send it out to them, but instead of just sending the video, I want them to actually click on my discount link to get into Shuffle and get a discount. I could use a video landing page for that. So guys, that's video landing page in a nutshell. I mean, we've covered the nuts and the bolts, the high level mechanics of video landing page in less than 15 or 20 minutes. What I would recommend to everybody, whether you're on this call live or you're watching this in replay, take an opportunity to play around and create a video landing page for yourself. Think about what you do, what products or services you promote, your brand or your business, and create a video landing page about that. Determine if the company or the brand has provided you videos that you can use or reuse to go out and market, or if you want to create your own video with you talking to your audience, which is a great way to personalize it for yourself and differentiate yourself from maybe other people who are selling the same products or services. And then think about that flow through the video landing page on what is the user going to see, what information surrounds the video, and what are my calls to action that I want them to be clicking on. That's the key to everything as it relates to video landing page. You may in the future decide I need multiple videos or more text. And again, you can continue to add on to your video landing page to make it more like a traditional landing page that has video. Or Cathy and I have even talked about what we call the endless scrolling sales page. And I know we've all experienced that one as well, right? Where it just feels like you can scroll with your mouse forever and ever and ever, and each section is a different thing. We'll be talking about that use training as well, because you can build pages like that in Shuffle too. So with that being said, Cathy, do you have anything else to add that you'd like people to know about with video landing pages?
I'm just having so much fun building and not having to think at the same time. No, I'm just, I think we talked about this last time around one of the Q&As or something, that Shuffle is the answer, right? So if you're trying to get the information to somebody, this is just the fastest, easiest way. I was actually at a networking group this morning, and one of the slides came up on their presentation. It was like, hey, don't forget, we're all going to go to a baseball game in a couple of weeks, and you got to Venmo, Dan, and you got to do this, and don't forget, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you guys, we just need to make a card for this, that you can snap that QR code, put in somebody's Venmo, put in the information about the baseball game. Anytime you are trying to get information out to a meeting, to a group of people, to whomever, there's always a way to do it with Shuffle.
Well, and I think that's the power of technology. I think we talked about it on past use trainings, but we're really trying to reduce friction and cut through noise. When we think about it at a high level, we want to reduce friction for the people who are viewing our cards, make it very easy for them to take whatever action we want them to take on any of the pages that we create. And we want to cut through the noise, meaning get rid of all of the additional stuff that doesn't really need to be on our page so that only the relevant information is on there. And in fact, I was just looking for, let me grab the book. Guys, you will know from me, I'm a big sort of self-improvement, get educated, learn all of this stuff. This is a great book, right? Building a Story Brand, okay? It's Donald Miller. If you haven't found it, like, check it out. You can rent it from your library for free if you're pressed for cash. But again, this has a good way of putting together the right information that you want to go out there. There's a follow-up book that actually talks about page layout as well, like building the right page for your story brand. And one of the things that jumped out to me that Donald Miller speaks to is how often do companies sit there and they talk about like their history? You know, we were founded back in 1850 and it's the 8th generation and all that type of stuff. And it's, you know, again, maybe for a company that sells windows, you know, at the end of the day, the person who's sitting on the site wants to know, do you sell windows? So make sure you're telling them that information first. They don't want to read about the history of 5 generations of glass manufacturing only to get to the bottom and realize, yeah, you guys do sell windows. You know what I mean? Are they high quality? How much do they cost? And here's one that a lot of people miss out on. How do I buy? You know, I've seen so many websites where there's so much information on there, but there's not a clear call to action. This is what we're talking about when we think about how to lay out our pages. What's going to be relevant to our viewer? You know, so you need to be thinking about, put that viewer hat on or your customer hat or your prospect hat on when building out your pages. Don't put your personal hat on, right? I remember when we first started, this is, again, early 2000s, like building out web pages in HTML. And I remember a friend built out a web page. We're in Broncos country here in Denver, Colorado, blue and orange. Boom, here's this big blue and orange website. Looks atrocious. He loved it, right? It's my favorite team. It's got my favorite colors on it. It has everything. And he wondered why all of the traffic that was coming to that website just left. They never made an order. They never did anything. Again, it detracted from the website. So be thinking about that. Again, Cathy may love red and black, but she might realize that that doesn't work with the brand. And I need to go in and adjust those colors. So the benefit here is she can come in at any time and update this card and adjust those colors. And that, you know, that social group posting that she did for this card a week ago will link back to the new updated card.
Well, that's what I always say too, is, you know, send your card to somebody else and shuffle, or send it to a business associate or somebody who will be brutally honest, right? Nice, but brutally honest, and tell them, you know, hey, I would love some feedback on this. Is it too busy? Did I say everything? Is this, you know, if you were looking for this, is this what, would this be helpful for you, right? Because a lot of times we don't see, oh my gosh, that background is really distracting from the words, or the words are not prominent enough or big. And that's why I always go in, like you were saying, I edit and I preview, I edit and I preview, because I want to see, what does the spacing look like? How big should the words be? You know, some people need to, you know, bigger words on their phone to see it. So I try and make the most important words a little bit bigger and bolder and easier to see. So sometimes it's not what we think, you know, is going to sell, but is what they need, the information that they need. So always have somebody else proof it or look over it or whatever. But absolutely. Cathy, I just saved this so I remember your comment.
Well, let's open this up for some question and answer, guys. I know it only took us like 15, 20 minutes to build out video landing pages here. Obviously, we could spend all day long going back through that card and dialing it in and making little tweaks, and all of that I'd encourage anybody to do. Spend time on your cards. But what we wanted to show here today is it's pretty easy to go together and spin up a quick landing page and then get out and start using it. And then once you start using it, again, that's when the work starts in my mind. I want to measure, I want to see how it's being used, and then I want to come back in and make adjustments and modify it so that I can improve the performance of it.